What up, yo? My name's Angelo.
I'm Ryan Renfret.
And we're here to bring you some sports talk for the first time ever on a podcast with me and Ryan. Me and him usually sit in the car, debate sports every day, so we figured we'd throw it on a video and bring it to you on YouTube. So, how about we jump right into it?
Let's do it.
Alright, so the first thing we'll talk about, NBA. What are you thinking? Coming down now towards the playoffs, what are we thinking?
The Bucks are running away. The Bucks are running away with the East. They're up 9 games on the Raptors right now. Who's the 2 seed? And then right behind them, you got the Celtics and the Heat, who are all the Celtics, Heat, and Sixers in that 3, 4, 5 area. They're all going to be fighting each other. The Bucks are running away with it, and the Raptors are kind of Bucks Raptors is probably 1-2. Maybe the Celtics and Raptors switch, maybe, but that's it. And the Lakers in the West, almost the same thing. The Nuggets are 2, but I think the Nuggets and Clippers are going to be there.
Yeah, see, so I had the same thing, except I do have Boston at 2. I do think Toronto doesn't stay hot for too long. I actually had the Sixers dropping down to 6, coming up to 6, wherever they are now. I think they might be 6 right now. I have Indiana at 5. Those last 2 spots, 7 and 8, really don't mean shit.
This isn't my predictions. This is what it is right now.
Oh, I know. I'm just telling you my predictions.
I'll tell you mine after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously the Nets and Magic probably aren't going to move because I don't even know who's underneath the Nets and Magic.
Behind them, behind them is the Knicks, who are 5.5. Crazy as it sounds, the Knicks are only 5.5 games out. The Bulls and the Wizards are right behind them at 3.5 and 4.5 out, but awful teams anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, the West is. I'll read off both of my predictions, and then you could see what tweaks you want to make. So I got the East at Bucks, Celtics, Raptors, the Heat, Pacers, Sixers, Nets, and Magic. And then on the West side, I got Lakers, Nuggets, Clippers, Houston, Utah, Dallas, OKC, and then New Orleans or Memphis, depending on if New Orleans can make a push. My boys aren't Williamson.
Okay, so just for the sheer fact that I have a bet going on right now with a buddy of mine that the Jazz finish higher than the Rockets for $100, I'm going to flip-flop that, and I think the Jazz and Rockets will stay at 4 or 5. They'll fight. They'll move. I think the small ball for the Rockets is actually kind of weird and something that hasn't been tried before, so it's a new thing that we'll see if teams can adapt to it.
Something that worked against the Lakers.
Yeah, definitely worked against the Lakers. I think it's going to work against bigger teams like the Lakers. PJ Tucker is not going to get guarded by JaVale McGee. He's going to run right around him. Perfect for Russ.
It's huge for Russ. Guy just gets to run all day. That's all he does. Just run around.
No double teams on Harden. If you double team Harden, guy's wide open. Hey, they can make it run in a chip. Definitely. The Lakers, I think, win it all, but we're not talking about that right now.
For Kobe.
I think for the East, I think the Bucks stay 1. I think the Raptors will stay 2. Siakam is really good, and if he could win Most Improved again, he would. He won't, but if he could, he would. 3, I'm going to say the Heat flip-flop with the Celtics, and I think the Heat become the 3. I think it becomes Celtics, Sixers in that 4-5. That's going to be a 7-game, a really good first-round series. I think the Pacers stay at 6, and then the Bucks and Nets, 2 teams. If honestly, Kyrie Irving right here, if he comes back for the Nets healthy, that team could go there. Why not?
I mean, yeah, I think the Nets they'll definitely be in the playoffs. I don't think they're losing that spot out of the playoffs to drop all the way out of even the 8th spot. It's just all about production from Kyrie and Kyrie staying healthy. I mean, the guy hasn't been healthy for fucking how long now?
Shoulder, hamstring. Maybe he only got 7.5 hours of sleep one night instead of 8 hours, and he wasn't feeling right. He had to take the night off. Who knows? That guy's play some basketball, dude.
So now, you're a Knicks fan. I'm a Pelican fan. Coming up to the draft, what's the one thing you think your team needs to really set up your future at least? Because you know it's a few years until the Knicks even compete again.
Keep RJ Barrett on the floor. You know, he'll get to find out. I'm a big Duke guy, and He's one of my guys. I like him. I think he's going to be good. He's up there. I think Ja and Zion are here. He's coming close. He's going to work way up. He's good. Oh, man. Honestly, I think that they need to get a top 3 pick, and they have to. I think personally, I think they have to draft James Wiseman. They have to draft. Don't draft a Cole Anthony. If you draft someone like Cole Anthony, LaMelo Ball, you already saw what happened with Lonzo. His dad's going to create problems. He's not built for. He needs to go to a small market. I think you need to get either Anthony Edwards or James Wiseman, wherever you land. But Knicks luck. They'll finish with the second worst record and get the 10 picks. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
I think the Pelicans make the playoffs. Though I'm going to be honest. I didn't talk about the West. I think the Pelicans make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we sneak in at the 8 seed.
I think honestly, I'm in complete shock that OKC is where they're at right now. 6th spot is kind of crazy. The Nuggets, I mean Jokic. I love Jokic. He's a man. He's awesome. The Nuggets are going to be there in the top 3. The Lakers are the Lakers. I mean, the Jazz are awesome. The West is loaded. That's just plain and simple. The West is loaded. It's either the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, and the Pelicans. You got the Kings that are right there. The Blazers. Dame and CJ get hot. Like the West is just a complete.
Blazers aren't even in the playoffs right now.
No, I know.
It's hard to believe.
And neither are the Spurs. Popovich missing the playoffs.
Yeah, hard to believe. It's just after seeing the way the Pelicans played the other night against Chicago, no Zion, no Brandon Ingram, and to come out with a win.
No, they had Zion against the Bulls.
Zion did not play.
He didn't?
Did not play. Both Zion and Ingram did not play. I think Drew Holiday had 30.
I mean, he's really good.
Big
shocked that they didn't flip him though.
Nah.
You can still rebuild. You could trade him and get something really good for him, still push for a playoff spot, and you're stocking up for a future.
Yeah, but I don't.
You could keep him also.
I don't want to trade that veteran presence right now, especially with these young guys. It's him and JJ Redick and Derek Favors.
Derek Favors. Derek Favors.
That's what I'm saying. So I'd rather keep Drew to instead make our team younger. Like, we're gonna draft a guy this year. It's not gonna be a top 10 pick probably.
Nah.
But we're gonna draft a guy that's
Speaking of top 10 picks, imagine the Warriors getting the top 10 pick.
Yeah, and just for Steph Curry.
They have the worst record right now.
Good.
So you're gonna tell me that a Warriors team that could have Steph and Clay with Draymond and Andrew Wiggins could potentially draft either James Wiseman or Cole Anthony or LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards. I mean,
yeah, even like a guy like I said before, Marcus Howard at Marquette, who's a solid ball player, who's gonna go in the first round, obviously.
Dark horse guy, yeah, he can shoot, he can score.
Yeah, dark horse guy for a top 5 pick, top 10 pick, whatever. But to put him around Steph Curry and Klay Thompson,
I think right now, the top 3 for the lottery, which is the Warriors, Cavs, and Hawks, I think they'll be there at the end. The Hawks might get out of it because Trae Young is unbelievable. But I think that the Warriors I think the Warriors are going to get the number 1 pick.
I mean, yeah, that's just the way the NBA works. Why wouldn't they?
To think that Kevin Durant leaves for 1 year, and they're the worst team this year. I think Steve Kerr gets exposed as a coach, and nope. Right next year, you could be talking about a team that could be, again, one of the perennial teams. It's just unbelievable. And then you got the Hornets and it's just all these middle teams right here they're not going to get any better. I mean, the Wolves got D'Lo.
What's that going to do for them, dude?
So it's D'Lo and Towns. What are they going to draft? Right now they would have the 5 pick, and that's if it falls right. If they fall out of the top 5 here,
I mean, it's all about team needs at this point. I feel like you draft Cole Anthony top 5, you could be either a 1 or a 2. So if you need a shooting guard, you could still go Cole Anthony.
I mean, I think the Wolves got to figure out what they are because they drafted Towns. If you're gonna give him money, you got to do something. Either you're gonna build around him or you trade him and just tear it all down and restart. But you just traded for D'Lo, so you're not doing that. So the Wolves are good. If they're gonna be good, they have to be bad this year. Draft someone good or trade for something good with that pick, and they have to be good next year. If they're not good next year, then they won't be good.
Yeah, but does Karl Anthony Towns really want to stay there? Did you see the interview with him a couple weeks ago where he was pissed? It doesn't seem like he even wants to be in Minnesota anymore.
I wouldn't want to be on a team that can't win games.
Nah, I mean, me neither.
2-16 last year.
So then maybe it is time to tear it all down. Get rid of Towns and tear it down. D'Lo's obviously he's a good basketball player, but like, is he your franchise guy?
Is he going to be the best guy
No.
on a championship team?
No.
Is he going to be the second best guy on the championship team?
Probably not.
Probably not. Definitely not. Don't worry. Don't doubt yourself. Definitely not.
I mean, it depends where he goes.
What player do you put with him and they're gonna win? You don't. If you put LeBron with him, they're not winning a championship. You put Kawhi with him, they're not winning a championship. He's gonna be a third option.
I don't know. Look what LeBron did with.
If you switch AD and D'Angelo Russell right now, what are the Lakers doing?
I mean, they were 5-0 without AD.
Stop.
They played good basketball without Anthony Davis. He came back. They started losing again.
Oh my god, you Pelicans haters! Stop it right now.
I'm not a Pelicans hater.
Stop. You're an Anthony Davis hater. Stop it. Stop.
I mean, listen.
With that,
But you played 5-0 without
Angelo Russell or Anthony Davis.
I mean, obviously I'm taking Anthony Davis. That's stupid. That's
but
a
I'm
stupid
saying
question.
you take away Anthony Davis and you put on D'Angelo Russell, which is
I think they could still win games. They're not a top 4 team in the West with that small move.
If you switch small move,
So you don't think they're a top 4 team in the West?
If you take away
AD and you put D'Angelo Russell, yeah.
no,
They're still a top 4 or 5 team in the West.
the Clippers are better than them.
Obviously.
The Rockets are better than them. The
You
Jazz
have
are better
LeBron
than them.
James, the best player in the world,
I
who
understand
took that
that.
shitty ass Cavaliers team to
I
the playoffs.
The Nuggets are going to be better than them. Bro, that team would have a problem beating Luka and KP with the Mavs.
Yeah, but you have to realize that it's not the name of the guys. It's fucking LeBron James.
That's a bold.
Who's a leader.
I can't believe you're saying
It's a hot take. Yeah, it's a hot take.
This isn't even just for content right now.
No,
I'm actually genuinely like kind of upset right now.
No, it's a hot take, but I think so.
I don't even know if you genuinely believe that. To be honest with
No,
you.
I do. Bro, it's LeBron James. He took a team. Who was on that team? He took to the finals. Not the final. Was the finals?
Yeah, with J.R. Smith and the guy.
Not even that team. Not even that team. When he was like his second or third year in the league, when they played the Mavs in the finals.
Oh, with that was like Delonte West.
Yeah, it was a shitty ass team.
That was young, more athletic.
Now he's just got more experience. LeBron is probably the most athletic, near 40-year-old man in the world.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Next to Drew Brees, of course.
Of course. Get Drew Brees.
Dude, I'm not. This isn't even this isn't even to make you mad right now. That's a top. They're still a top 4 or 5 team.
The Thunder might even be better than that team.
You legit just said the Thunder didn't belong in the 6th spot, 7th spot. You said it's
Exactly.
shocking.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah, bro, I don't think so. I think you're out of your fucking mind.
D'Angelo Russell, dude, or Anthony Davis.
No,
It's not
obviously
even
I'm
close.
taking Anthony Davis every day. But I'm saying if you do switch the 2,
So what happens when LeBron is out and AD had to play by himself? Imagine D'Angelo
oh,
Russell
well,
carrying
then it's
that team.
clipped. Then it's clipped. Well, that's
Look, how many games does LeBron play without him this year?
I'm barring that LeBron doesn't get hurt. That's it. I'm not saying
LeBron got hurt last year.
in a perfect world where everybody is on the team.
If you put D'Angelo Russell on LeBron's Lakers last year, do they go to the playoffs?
Do they still have Brandon Ingram?
It's the team.
Same team. You just add D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
I think they're closer to the playoffs. I think they do make.
I mean,
the playoffs.
I think they're closer too. No, the same circumstances. D'Angelo Russell plays, but LeBron's out. So D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, LeBron's out.
He missed 26 games. I'm saying you follow the same circumstances.
And same circumstances for this year. So, like, let's say LeBron misses another 26.
No, I'm saying last year.
Yes, yeah, no, I get that. Do they make the playoffs?
Yes.
No.
Okay, I don't.
Because not even LeBron could mentor the young guys. You think D'Angelo Russell could?
Okay. Well,
But what I'm saying, I thought you were asking me saying, if we follow the same circumstances this year and say LeBron misses some time, and D'Angelo Russell's with him, not Anthony Davis, then no, they don't make the playoffs again.
Oh
Not
yeah,
LeBron.
well, no. So then that was my next question. If you did that,
If
this
LeBron
year,
misses some time, no, they don't make the playoffs.
well, if let's say he missed 10 games, they're going probably 2-8, depending on the schedule.
Yeah, depending on the schedule.
It's the Lakers really aren't like
No, they're not that good. What do they have? Kyle Kuzma,
LeBron and AD.
LeBron, AD,
JaVale McGee's playing kind of out of his mind this year. I'm not sure how he got
Alex
to
Caruso. Can't
Say
say
that.
Caruso.
SEC baby.
You
Can't
gotta
be upset.
love a little
Can't
Alex
be upset.
Caruso.
Can't be.
No, you can't.
Love myself a little Alex Caruso.
Looks like
A
my
little
cousin.
Monday morning Alex Caruso.
It looks like my cousin, bro. I can't. But no.
I'm starting to get a little confidence in him, by the way.
Oh, Caruso?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Because they said he should have been an all-star.
All right, well, that was the fans, obviously.
It was stupid.
You're talking about Taco Fall, the guy who's played 8 minutes. He was close to being an all-star. Like, come on, bro.
But Jackson Hayes
stud.
couldn't be an all-star.
Is he in the rookie game? There's got to be a rookie game or
yeah,
something.
I think he's on the USA team.
Him and Zion?
Going with each other, my fault.
They're both going to be on the USA
They're both
team.
on the USA team, yeah, correct.
RJ should be on the world team, though.
He is, I think. RJ's probably on Team Canada.
That's going to be the first. That's going to be the first.
But I think he's with.
That's probably going to be the first rookie sophomore game I watch probably in.
Well, how does that work?
I don't even know how long. What do you mean?
So it's rookies and sophomores are just mixed on each team, right?
It's just rookies and sophomores are in a pool, and then they mix them up. They put them on teams based on whether like so.
See, I think they should make it so much more interesting and do like the rookies versus the sophomores.
They used to do that, but also I think why not just take 2 team captains
and have them just pick?
Yeah, why not?
So no world team, no team.
Nah, yeah, just play. Imagine RJ and Zion back together.
Oh, that'd be insane.
Throwing it back for the Dookie.
I mean, don't be surprised. Was RJ born in Canada?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, he's gonna be on the world. I didn't know if maybe he was just Canadian.
No.
Yeah, so then he's gonna be on the world.
He was in Canada, and then from there, that's when he went to Montverde, and then that's.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna make for an interesting All-Star weekend. I think Zach LaVine's gonna win the dunk contest again.
He's not in it.
He's not. I thought he was coming back.
I thought he was in the 3-point contest.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
I guess he.
Who else is in the dunk contest? I don't even know. I saw some shit. I think Derrick Jones Jr. is in it again.
He is. Dwight Howard's third. He was supposed to have Kobe assist him. He said. So yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, but now that I'm thinking about it, that rookie sophomore game, the world team is gonna be decent too. DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah. No, he's
on the world team.
Is he?
I saw.
You saw the rosters? Oh, okay.
I saw the other day.
I haven't seen the rosters.
DeAndre Ayton's definitely on the world team, but I mean that USA team is sick. Trae Young.
What sophomores are playing?
DeAndre Ayton, obviously.
Marvin Bagley should be in it.
Probably.
Maybe not though. Luka's. Oh no, Luka's in the All. I bugged out.
Yeah, Luka's in the All-Star game.
I
don't know. There's a few, but John Morant is playing. Obviously, he's a freshman though.
He's in USA.
Yeah,
him and Zion together,
bro.
Ooh. Could be shit. When is All-Star weekend? It's not this weekend.
No, I think next weekend.
Next,
this upcoming weekend.
This is the last week of games.
Yeah.
I think the Wednesday might be the last day or Thursday.
So then it might be this weekend. Like this upcoming Saturday.
I think it is. Because next weekend would be like the end of February. That's kind of late.
Yeah, the weekend after would be the 22nd. That would be that Saturday. Yeah, that's kind of late.
It's pretty late.
I think it's this weekend, but I mean, I don't know. All I know is that the NBA is going to shape up to be good. Next year's draft I don't even know that many names coming out this year.
It's not that really deep.
It's not.
There's guys working their ways, though. There's definitely guys coming up. I can tell you that.
I mean, listen, you got New York kid himself, Cole Anthony. He's going to get drafted. Got to watch him in high school. That was a good time. Beat up on
Speaking of Cole Anthony, I guess it's a good time to talk about what happened Saturday. Can we talk about that?
I told you.
I think that's something.
LSU's lost back to back, so I can't really.
I think that should be something that's talked about. 6 o'clock Saturday night. The Tobacco Road rivalry.
Game was definitely way too close. Closer than it should have been.
I don't even know where to start. Putting all that aside, close game, whatever. We had no business winning the game. Forget about it being close. It shouldn't have been close. UNC went 21 of 38 from the free throw line. You missed 17 free throws.
Yeah.
You cannot blame the game on anyone else but yourself.
They were on the line 38 times. They shot from the line 38 times, which is absurd.
Man, I could do a whole show just on that game because the ref
is a big time Duke problem right there.
What? You didn't see the game though. You didn't see the game though.
Nah, I mean whether
a lot of questionable charges.
Yeah, whether I saw the game or not. I mean 38 times.
Vernon carried. So this is the turning point right here, and this is what fueled the comeback, and this is why we won. Vernon carries in the post, drop back, spin, drop step, spin move, charge. Out of everything that was called for a block, this is at the top of the list of what should have been called. They called the charge, his fifth foul. At 4:13 left in the game, what do you think Duke's percentage was of winning? They were down.
Out.
I think they were down like 11. Down 11 with 4:13 left to play, and their big man.
5%.
1.3%.
Wow. I'll give him a little more credit than that. I mean, fuck Duke either way, but you know.
And if that wasn't good enough for you, with a minute left, so at 4:13, that we're down. I think it was like 11 or it was like 11.
You guys were down like 6 with a minute left, right?
10.
With a minute left?
Down 10 with a minute left. This man Trey Jones just goes into something different, bro.
He'll get drafted this year.
If he leaves, I can't imagine if they win. And obviously, right now, the top 16 coming out there, the number 1, 2 seed, and I think one of the top 4 has got to lose. San Diego State, they might not lose.
I mean, they're undefeated.
Gonzaga blew out St. Mary's. That wasn't even close.
Yeah, I watched that game.
That was
night.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, St. Mary's got their dicks kicked in.
So if St. Mary's can't test them, Gonzaga is going to be locked in a 1 seed. I think Kansas is going to lose somewhere because the Big 12 is pretty good and there's some tough road games in there. They played Texas Tech already. I'm surprised that they beat them. But,
I mean,
LSU, though.
lost 2 straight.
Yeah, but
I think Auburn.
They lost to Auburn and then they lost to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, by 1, some shit like that.
Do you know what the spread was in that game? 16 and a half.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt didn't have a win like all season.
Yeah, I know it's sick.
I
just want to appreciate the fact that Cole Anthony shot 90% from the floor the other night.
No, he didn't.
Bro, he was 9 for 10 from the field. I swear to God.
At
least that's what I saw. Maybe maybe it was free throws. But I could have sworn I said he was 9 for 10 from the field the other night with 24 points.
I'll have a few in 2 seconds. Duke, North Carolina stats. In that game, he went 7 for 17, 9 of 10 from the free throw line.
That's what I read. That it was
and 1 for 4 from 3.
Alright, so yeah, 7 for 17 is not great either. Never mind.
So 7 for 17.
Yeah, he shot like a solid 30-something%.
Shot a scorching 41%,
yeah.
which
But
from the field isn't that good, and he was only 1 for 4 from 3, so he shot 25%, which overall...
Which just means, though, you can't blame him for the free throw problems. Because he went 9 of 10 from the line.
I don't blame him for the free... You're right. I don't blame him for the free throw problems. You're right. Whatever. 9 of 10, it is what it is. I blame him. You collapsed when you were up 10
I know.
left.
I know.
You're gonna call
and
yourself...
that turnover.
You're gonna call yourself a premier player in the country when you... As a blue blood in North Carolina... Can't blow a 10-point lead at home in front of all those fans. And now they just lost their Super Bowl, and I don't see any way that Carolina comes back to go to the tournament. It's almost impossible.
They'd have to win the ACC.
They would have to win the ACC tournament, and that's not happening.
Yeah, no.
I mean, getting Cole back helps, but I think they're like 1-4 with him back.
I mean, that was his first game back.
No, it wasn't.
I could have sworn that was his first game back.
He played against Boston College when they lost. They lost to Boston College. When do you ever hear that?
But he's still gonna be a top 5 pick. Is it really just
No.
Like I'm saying,
No. I agree with that. He's gonna get drafted, but I'm not talking about getting drafted.
Like I don't think he's the problem.
I don't think he should have went. I don't think he should have went there to begin with.
Oh no, I agree. I think he had better options.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was gonna go to Oregon personally and go dominate the Pac-12, but whatever.
I mean, bro, he scores 24
for shitty North Carolina.
24 points in a fucking ace in a Duke North Carolina game. His first,
17 shots.
I know 17 shots is a lot, but he's the only guy shooting the ball. Who else are you gonna give the ball to?
No, I
Marcus May's still there. You gotta give him the ball, maybe.
Luke May,
whatever the fuck his name is.
white boy.
Yeah, bro, he was a stud in the tournament.
Luke May.
That's who's gotta get the ball. But yeah, I mean,
he makes me sick, Luke May. Oh.
Yeah, but I think Cole probably comes out in the top 3 pick.
Yeah.
Probably with LaMelo after him. I think he goes before LaMelo just because LaMelo's got problems.
See, the thing is, LaMelo's in Australia right now, and I don't know how he's doing. I know, when they talk about him, he does okay, but I don't know, man.
I just don't like...
6'8" point guard? Who's going to guard him? Who's going to guard him? Giannis when they play?
I mean, he's
2 or 3 times?
He's going to be bigger than most shooting guards.
He's gonna be bigger than most small forwards.
Which means you're gonna have to take some. Like it's gonna be hard to guard.
He's a tough match. He's a problem. He's a problem.
He's just skinny, bro.
I think LaMelo's better than Cole.
I don't know if I could jump on board with that.
Well,
what are we talking about? Overall player, I think Cole Anthony's a better player than LaMelo Ball.
So lottery picks right now.
Yeah.
The Warriors, they don't need a fucking point guard, obviously. The Cavs obviously don't need a point guard. They just drafted 2, which was retarded. The Hawks obviously don't need a point guard. The Hornets, they have Terry Rozier. I think they're in love with him. He's playing well.
Yeah, but you don't think you could pick a better draft pick than Terry Rozier?
No, I think the Hornets might go with a big man. They might go with like Jaden McDaniels or Isaiah Stewart out of Washington. They might go big man. The Wolves have
D'Lo,
obviously. The Knicks.
Frank
Ntilikina, yeah.
Could use a point guard.
Nah, DSJ. Come on, you're telling me DSJ can't mix it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got the Pistons with Reggie Jackson. They got to move on from him at some point. Then the Pistons are
Derrick
awful.
Rose on the Pistons too.
Yeah, but still, he's old too.
Dude, he's having one of the best years of his life.
So you're gonna skip out on Cole Anthony? Or
No, I mean I won't skip out, but like I don't think. But I mean these are guys that come in and start right away. So then you should have dealt Derrick Rose before the deadline, when you could have.
They traded Andre Drummond to the Cavaliers. What were the Cavaliers doing with that?
What, we're getting Andre Drummond? Just being a bunch of idiots. He didn't even want to go there.
It's like
pissed.
It's like cleaning trash.
It's
like going to a garbage can and putting Windex on it.
Yeah, it's
cleaning the garbage can.
It's like polishing your garbage before you put it on the curb.
It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like who really cares? You don't need to do that. Unnecessary. And either way, whether it's clean or not, it's garbage. It's garbage.
And the Cavaliers are garbage.
Yeah.
They lost by 41 last night.
So like,
come on, you lose by 41, you're a professional basketball player. You can't lose by less than 41. They didn't even it's not like they keep their starting 5 in the whole game.
You're
playing backups who don't play, bro. You can't put your starters in to have some pride at least.
You bring in a guy like Drummond,
yeah, man,
with like a big name,
and that's what you do. You go out and lose by 41.
I'm not even worried about losing by 41.
Cedi Osman had a nice lob up to him, but I think it made it like a whole 7-4.
Yeah, but there's like
one time at the beginning of the game.
There's like when you make that deal, you're the Cavs front office, and you make that deal. Do you like really think that this is like gonna help you win games?
Nah,
like, do you say to yourself like, yo, we're gonna deal for Andre Drummond right now, and maybe we won't be the worst basketball team on the fucking face of the earth? Because I won't even say the Warriors are worse than them. The Warriors just have problems right now.
The Warriors are just dealing with injuries.
They're just dealing with injuries. Because obviously the Warriors, if they had Steph and Clay, they'd be in the playoffs. As simple as that. Bro, it's as simple as
I completely disagree, but it's okay. Because I'm going to tell you right now, who are they making it over? The Lakers are better than them.
The Pelicans.
The Nuggets are better than them.
Pelicans, bro. Honestly, the Pelicans.
The Pelicans aren't in there right now.
There's
2 teams
Memphis then. Memphis.
So
bro, we were talking about the experience of Steph, Clay, and Draymond all together.
So you're telling me that...
And then they would have kept D'Lo probably.
Nah, they still would have traded D'Lo. I think they would have gotten something better for him though, because they would have been more enthusiastic to trade picks and whatnot.
Then I think they would have made the playoffs. I'm not saying they would have been a good playoff team, because I said it from the jump. Once they lost KD, I said they're not going to be like.
I didn't think they would even make the playoffs.
Nah, I thought they would be like an 8.
The Thunder's better. The Thunder's better than that team.
That's also because Chris Paul's playing out of his fucking mind.
Hey, listen, you gotta go. It is what it is.
Chris Paul's having like an MVP season. The guy's like halfway into his grave.
Gotta take what you can get, baby.
No, I have no problem with that. I love Chris Paul. The reason why I'm a Pelicans fan is because of Chris Paul when he was a Hornet. But I mean, I don't know. I think they would somehow make the playoffs. I mean,
I think that's nuts. It's okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of hot takes. One of my only not hot takes is the fact that Dolan should sell the Knicks immediately. And the Rangers.
Oh, the Rangers. God, would I love for him to sell the Rangers, dude. Oh, my goodness.
I don't understand how the Rangers draft a stud. And we still suck. With not a bad team.
So it's not really us, it's more of what's around us in terms of Washington,
really Boston, yeah.
Boston's really good.
The Islanders are.
I hate to say it hurts to even
open my mouth and say it,
oh.
but the Islanders are really good.
Especially if
least the Devils shit the bed this year.
Yeah, they're awful.
They're trash.
Imagine drafting Jack Hughes and you're terrible.
And you suck.
At least we drafted Kako and like he's good.
Yeah, I mean, me and my dad were talking about that last night about how like I kind of like felt like he was a bust, but then you gotta realize kid's like what 19.
He's like 19, bro. A Finnish 19-year-old.
Yeah.
That's why I like.
Who's playing
Finnish.
well?
Is he Finnish? I don't even know. I hope he's Finnish.
I have no idea where he's from. Bro.
Is he Finnish? Oh, no.
I couldn't even tell you. I just know he has a really funny name, but like
Kako.
yeah, like he came in. I mean, he made an impact in his first 2 games like right away, and he looked very very good.
You're gonna go through stretches. I mean,
Yeah,
hockey is so different from hockey is so different from basketball. He's only a 19-year-old. He needs a time to acclimate.
I just think the Rangers' immediate setback was Mika Zibanejad getting hurt to open up the year.
That hurts. Yeah, he's really good. Him and I love Kreider. If they get rid of Kreider,
Kreider's been playing out of his mind this year. The Breadman though, Artemi. That was my favorite.
Where was he supposed to go originally? Remember who he was supposed to sign with?
Well, he came from where, Columbus?
Yeah. Who was he linked to all summer? All summer. Who was running their mouth?
Not the Islanders, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Islanders running their mouths, talking about creating space because Artemi Panarin wants to play for winners. And, I mean, they were right. He does want to play for winners because he is.
Yeah.
I mean, next year you got to make the playoffs, though.
I think you got to make the playoffs this year. You had a big win last night against LA.
9 points behind right now.
9 points out of the wild card with 3 out of the next 4 games are winnable.
You're 9 points behind the first one, 10 behind the 9 points behind the second one, 10 points behind the first one. I think the Islanders are gonna make it. It sucks to say it.
So then let's play.
So now you got Carolina,
who we've beat all year,
and who we also play in 6 games. The next 5 games we got the Jets, Minnesota, Columbus, Boston, and Chicago.
So
we're gonna flip flop these 2 because that's what we do. We're the New York Rangers and we go on the road and we flip flop games that we should sweep.
All right, but let's just like go out on a limb here and not even worry about flip flopping because we're the Rangers. Those 2 are games we should win.
I agree with you. Okay,
all right, so chalk up. All right, so
let's
say we chalk up 2. That's 2 wins.
Okay, so 2.
Columbus we beat up on this year.
The only thing is winning 3 in a row on the road is going to be tough. Like it's just not like that's the thing.
That's not our culture.
It's going to be win loss win. We're going to beat the Jets. We're going to lose to the Wilds. We're going to be tired. Quinny's going to get on him and be like, "What are we doing here?" And we're going to get to Quinny. We're going to get to 2-1.
I mean, I definitely agree with that. I definitely think.
Now, this can turn your season right here.
Beat the Bruins.
If you beat the Bruins...
Playing at home, right?
Playing at home. This game is very winnable, and then you get Carolina who's in front of you. So depending on how many games people are... Like, you could do it, but...
The Blackhawks went from powerhouse to dog shit real quick.
Real quick. And I think Patrick Kane still plays.
Patrick Kane is still... So is Jonathan Toews.
It's actually the most... Isn't Corey Crawford still
the goalie?
The goalie?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, don't they have TJ Oshie?
No, do they? Nah, he plays for the Bruins or something. He plays for a weird team. He used to be on the Capitals. He goes somewhere.
Nah, I have to look it up.
Do it.
St. Louis? No, he started with St. Louis.
TJ Oshie's the American hero. Remember the shootout? Oh, you're un-American.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. TJ Oshie.
In the Olympics.
Yes. Yeah, the shootout. Yeah. Oh, he's still with Capitals. My bad.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say.
I thought he was with.
I thought he left Chicago. Well, that's why they're loaded, bro.
Capitals, yeah, I know.
Ovi.
Ovechkin had like 7 goals in 2 games last month. Back-to-back hat tricks.
Such a freak, dude. Such a weirdo.
But with the deadline coming up, as a Rangers fan, what I want them to see them do, and hopefully, Dolan needs to get the fuck out. That's what I want to see. That should be our deadline move. We could trade Dolan for a pair of socks. Or new skates. Something like that. I'm fine with it.
Trade the owner. The guy.
Trade the owner. Yeah. I need him out, bro. I'm gonna make a petition. I need everybody to sign my petition to get rid of Dolan and get him out of here.
Hey, Dolan, can we trade you?
Yeah, we're gonna trade you.
Just get you out of here?
Artemi needs new skates.
Yeah. He needs a new skate cleaner.
He needs new shoelaces for his skates.
We're gonna get one guy.
His skate shoelaces ripped last week. He needs new ones. But I don't buy or sell.
What?
I think we just keep the team together at the deadline. I don't trade Kreider.
So the thing is...
stupid. I think that's super stupid.
I agree with that. and it is stupid unless you don't resign him.
Yeah.
If you can't get to a deal with him and the deadline comes around and it's fast track, I don't even know when it is. I think it might be even
soon. I think it's right before.
It might
right
even
before
be
after the All-Star thing just passed. I think it's coming up.
It's got to be whenever it is. You got to really assess the situation and sit down and talk to them and be like, dude, do you want to be a New York Ranger or not?
Exactly.
If you do, let's get a deal done and let's move on from this. If not, we're gonna trade you and get a lot for you because you're awesome.
Bro, you have to realize he's on the line with Mika and Artemi, right?
Yeah.
That's a sick line. You got Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, and Chris Kreider.
Kreider's just so fast. His speed just opens so many doors. So many teams could use that, and the Kings ransom that they could get for him. I just think about it. If you trade Kreider, that's probably a couple more picks along with a couple of prospects or a prospect and an NHL ready player. Yeah. So that builds. So I'm gonna say right now, I love the Rangers. I'm gonna say right now the Rangers don't make the playoffs. So you're gonna get
where we are right now. Yeah, you have to say that.
Where we are right now, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go on a limb. Whatever. I'm gonna say eventually, season ends, we don't make the playoffs. Whatever, it is what it is. The Islanders aren't gonna win it anyway, so who cares? That's fine. What is what it is. The Rangers didn't make it. Okay. 3 draft picks. That's really nice. And all the experience we got this season with all the young guys. Maybe sign another player or two or trade for a guy. I can't imagine that
I don't
think playoffs next year.
I don't think there's any chance we don't make the playoffs next year. I think we're a lock for the playoffs next year. I still think. I
want to go back to President's Trophy days, 2014-15.
Yeah, dude. More than St. Louis.
Stop.
In the Stanley Cup.
McDonough.
They were in the Stanley Cup, and the Rangers were in
Rangers
were in the Stanley Cup, and the Mets were in the World Series same year. I was spoiled, dude. I haven't seen a team in the championship. LSU won the national championship this year. That was the close. That's all I got. That's it.
That's all we got out of it.
But as
a nice one at that, though.
Oh, it was great. No Alabama in the college football playoff.
No,
and then to beat Clemson.
No sighting of Nick Saban whatsoever.
Yeah, and then to beat Clemson is sick.
And then to beat Dabo
awesome.
Sweeney.
Yeah, awesome.
That crying idiot.
Yeah.
God, I love that.
But I don't know. As a Rangers fan, realistically, you have to say, non-biased as a regular sports person, that the Rangers don't make the playoffs.
I'm gonna say that they don't make the playoffs, but good season. They'll probably finish around 82 to 86 points.
But I'm saying, as a Rangers fan, I think there's a push that could be made.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, listen. I guess we'll see.
I
guess we'll see at the deadline.
If they trade Crowder, they're packing it in.
If
season over,
if they make a sick move or do something,
or if you pull something new in, yeah. But
what Mets did 2015.
Bringing Yoenis Cespedes. Yeah. Bringing a big-name superstar who breaks both his ankles every 2 years. It's sick.
If I see him actually play 81 games this year, I'd probably throw him.
Well, he's back for spring training, right? I'm pretty sure he's back to play ball.
I am not saying a word.
I saw a hype video of him the other day. It was sick. Awesome video.
Who made it? Him?
No, I think it was the Mets Twitter. It was a sick video. I'll show you after. It was awesome.
Was that the one where the people are doubting him?
I didn't listen to it. I watched it in class.
Oh, you gotta listen to it.
It's a black and white video of him him doing all of his rehab and then him starting to hit baseballs, throw baseballs.
I don't know. Maybe it
was a sick video. It was awesome. Loved it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Rangers goalie situation right now. When was the last time Lundqvist played a game?
How could you be upset about the situation? This is like a Yankee problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want Lundqvist to get back in goal.
You got legend Henrik Lundqvist.
Oh, of course.
Obviously. Then you got
Georgiev,
who's not bad himself, and then Shesterkin or whatever
Shesterkin. Played last night. He had a good game. One goal he only gave up.
No, he's 18?
Yeah, and he made some sick saves last night, dude. I was watching the game
and God.
I was like, just...
If you're Georgiev, you gotta be like, dude, are you kidding me? You're going behind Lundqvist. Lundqvist is finally getting ready to go out, and now you got this 18-year-old phenom, and it's
yeah, but is it really that kind of a situation for Georgiev? Because either way, unless he really wants to be in
no, because they split time anyway.
But no, even if he really
they're gonna split time regardless.
Unless he really, really, really wants to be a New York Ranger, he might just get traded to go be somebody else's number one goalie.
They're not gonna trade him.
I don't know, dude. I mean,
they're not gonna.
But then you gotta pick who the backup is because Lundqvist is leaving, and they both. Do you really want to split time all the time?
You're not giving up any goalies. Your goalies stay together. Keep your goalies. If you're trading anyone, it's Lundqvist. And you're trading him to a team that's going to win the cup. Trade him to the Capitals or the Bruins. Let him win a cup.
Yeah, but who's the Capitals goalie right now?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't know. Well, let's put it this way. If a team's in first place, Henrik Lundqvist probably isn't their goalie. Sorry.
They'd probably give up less than 30
They probably don't need a goalie, so he would just need a backup somewhere. So.
Yeah, just to get a ring so he can go to the Hall of Fame.
I think he's going anyway.
No, me too, but, it's just nicer on his resume when he does go.
That's Swedish beauty.
Yeah, I mean, he was he's that guy.
Henry.
Yeah, growing up, he was that guy. He used to just make saves that nobody else could make.
Can't make ever. King Henrik.
And then...
That's why he's the king.
Then, the Rangers started sucking, and I think they just rubbed off on him. And now he just sucks.
Well, no. He's old. You forget about Father Time catching up to all these athletes.
No, I get
Tom Brady, LeBron James, it catches up to
Notice how you didn't say Drew Brees because it just hasn't caught up.
Because I don't know if he's retiring or not.
Just hasn't caught up to him yet.
Well, it's caught up to him.
The guy still breaks records.
You haven't made it to a Super Bowl yet.
I don't care. Oh, because us losing to the Rams last year was our fault.
Topic for another day.
It was our fault because we didn't score in overtime, but come on. You really missed one there.
Topic for another day. And Drew Brees threw that pick in overtime.
And then they missed the pass interference this year, that OPI. Kyle Rudolph really pushed off. But it's okay. It's all good. The only one that was really our fault was the Minneapolis Miracle because I don't know what he was thinking, Marcus Williams.
Stand there, bro. He wanted to make a huge tackle.
Stand there. He tried to crack the shit out of Stephon Diggs and missed. Just missed.
Not even close.
Makes no sense. But we're on to the last topic. It's the New York Mets.
Love ending with this because this got a lot to talk about with this.
The New York Mets.
We're coming up. I think we got pitchers and catchers reporting today.
Is it today?
Pitchers and catchers reporting today. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw it on the Mets Twitter.
I just want to make sure everybody knows that I have what should have been our manager's jersey on. Yeah, I think that would have been a solid move by the Mets, but instead we got Luis Rojas.
I think it should have been Joe Girardi, and we wouldn't have been dealing with any of this, but we'll move on. Luis Rojas is the manager, and you got to embrace it. I'm embracing it. Let's go. Let's go to opening day. Fast forward. Get me there.
Suck on balls. So I'm gonna read off my prediction for the Mets lineup this year. Before the episode, I think I do need to change it around a little bit. Rosario, he'll lead off. Shortstop.
I know he will.
That was a solid call for you.
It's an amazing call. Thank you very much.
I think you bat Jeff McNeil at second.
Well, you could flip them. I think depending on who the pitcher is and how you want to get the lefty right.
I just like McNeil as he's a contact guy. I like him in that too.
Yeah.
I love him in that
Rosario's fast enough.
Even if he doesn't, obviously Rosario gets on base a lot. So does McNeil. But I just like him putting the ball. A lot more power than Rosario.
A lot of hit and runs.
Yeah.
Rosario gets on first.
Yeah.
I gotta cut you off before you go any further. Do you think that Pete Alonso will ever make it to the 2 spot like Aaron Judge has for the Yankees? He never did it in year 1. In year 2, he started batting 2. You think that?
I definitely think the Mets solid option.
You think it ends up? Do you think?
I don't know if it becomes a regular thing.
No, not regular. But do you think he ever bats 2?
Yeah. I think. I
don't know how.
It's all analytics, dude. It depends what's going on at the time. It really all depends. Because maybe Rosario doesn't play a day.
I really like. Well, no, yeah.
And then you got McNeil 1, Alonso 2.
Yeah.
So you really.
And then you could do
go for that.
Cano 3, Cespedes 4 to get the righty.
See, I have Conforto 3.
Forgot about Conforto.
I want Conforto.
This is a deep line.
Yeah.
So, no, just go through.
Yeah. So it's Rosario first at shortstop, McNeil second at third base, Conforto third in right field. I'm batting Alonso 4th. At first, obviously.
Who's third?
Conforto. Who's batted third almost his whole career for us.
Dude, I would do the lefty righty. I'm a bit lefty.
This is the only other. Just listen to this, and then I have an alternate afterwards that I think might work better.
Okay.
So Conforto 3, Alonso 4. I'd have to throw Cano 5 at second base.
I think that's what Brody's going to do anyway to cover himself after the trade anyway. You can't not play him.
And then probably Cespedes 6th in left field. If he's healthy.
If he's healthy. If not, then I think you got to go.
And then you got to go.
Davis.
Where's JD going to play?
Left field.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I'm saying Cespedes and JD swap.
Yeah, no, that's your left field there.
Yeah.
And then Ramos next. catching, obviously. And then Rosario 8th.
He rakes.
And then the pitcher spot. Of course he rakes, and if you put him that deep in the lineup, it's even,
I know.
But the other one
it's like having another 4-hitter down at the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah. The only other thing I'm thinking of, and hear me out, you take Rosario out of that leadoff spot, right? You go McNeil leadoff, then you could put Conforto second, Alonso third, and just pretty much everybody shifts up a spot. And then
it all depends on who's pitching though and stuff. Like it all depends on all that stuff.
Yeah, and then you have like a lot of speed at the bottom of the lineup with Nimmo and Rosario. 2 guys who could run.
I would rather have that's the only thing though. That's why I'd rather have Ramos batting behind them. So if they get on, if he hits a double, like if Ramos hits a double, he's barely getting a single out of it. But at least fast guys can score on that.
So then what? Move Conforto to 4. Alonso would have to bat 3. I'm not batting Ramos 3. Bat him 4.
I would just bat Ramos 8th and just do Ramos. I would just do 8. Just leave it 8-9.
So Ramos 8, and then the pitcher spot, and then back to the top of the lineup. No, because you want him behind those 2 guys who could run.
I would rather it be like Nimmo in front of Ramos, because Nimmo. Let's say Nimmo's the walk. Okay. Nimmo's the walk king.
Oh yeah.
If Ramos gets on, oh shit, we'll just walk Nimmo.
And then he sprints down the first like an asshole. Yeah. I hate that. Just take your walk.
Big hustle guy.
Nobody cares. You're in the major leagues already, bro. You don't have to run anymore.
Loser, dude. Big time loser. But that's why he's gonna get.
For a guy like me who
I hate him.
Is striving to go to a different college, I should run down to first base when I get
sprint. Yeah.
I should absolutely.
You should do it. You should do an Usain Bolt down to first.
Yeah, I should haul ass to first base. But he could legit drop his bat and cartwheel to first base if he wanted to.
He could drop his bat, flip off. Actually, everyone in the stadium say thanks for your money, and like you said, do cartwheels down to first base.
Yeah.
And he'll probably get cheers for it because we're idiots.
Yeah, we're Met fans.
We're Met fans, so we're idiots, obviously.
I mean,
we would cheer for that.
So now I was looking at the rotation, which kind of is like
my favorite part.
It's kind of like
my favorite
gimme.
Part.
Like you know who it's DeGrom, Syndergaard.
There's nothing to sort out this spring training when it comes to pitchers and catchers. The only thing to sort out with the pitchers,
the 5 spot.
Not even. Let's sort out Edwin Diaz. Let's hope he could throw strikes.
Yeah, somebody should beat the shit out of him in the locker room.
Yeah.
Should be like, yo, Edwin, get your shit together, or
every time he blows a save, you just get 15 seconds, just the whole team at once.
Yeah.
Like the gang initiations.
Yeah.
You get beat in for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Beat him 30 seconds every time he blows a save. And then it's 30 seconds for everyone. So if it's the third one.
Or 24 for Kobe. Gotta honor him.
For this year.
Gotta honor him somehow.
24 every single time. So 24, if you do it the second time, it's 48. 24 seconds gets added every time.
Just keep going.
Yeah, so you do it 5 times, 24 times 5 would beat the shit out of you for that amount of time.
Now it's like a boxing round.
Figure it out, dude. Figure it out.
And then if you pass like 10 blown saves, like they bring in Conor McGregor to just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. And we hold him and McGregor gets free punches at his face.
I don't even think we would need to hold him. I think just McGregor would just kill him. But yeah, I'm thinking DeGrom, Syndergaard, Stroman at 3. Unless you want to throw Matt's 3 so you can mix up righty lefty.
So the only thing is, I think as the season is going to go on, I think with the way that the days get sorted out and off days and who when we play who and what the pitching matchups are, I think that's all going to get meshed up anyway. So you could go with Stroman 3,
Matt's 4, and then Porcello 5. Walker goes to the pen.
So I used to think it was a 3-man race for 2 jobs. But now I think it's a 2-man race for 1 job because how do you not have Steven Matt? You can't go 5 righties.
No, there's no shot you go 5 righties.
You can't go 5 righties.
I don't understand signing 2 righties out.
Yeah, I don't know why you. It should have been Waka or Porcello.
And they're trying to get a lefty somewhere.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been Waka and Porcello. What lefties were on the market?
Dallas Keuchel.
You knew we weren't opening that up. Come on.
I know, but I mean, we're just talking about lefties on the market. You had Dallas Keuchel was on the market, which would have been sick. Because he's your 3 now. Stroman's your 4. Matt's is your 5. That's if you don't even sign.
Well, not even. Matt's can go to the bullpen. I'll put Porcello.
Yeah, but we're talking about the problem being now that we only have 1 lefty in the rotation.
Well, I would. The only problem I have with it is that just Matt stinks, dude. Matt's is a bad baseball player. He's a bad baseball player.
I don't even want to say that because he's from Long Island and I don't want to disrespect him.
Also, he's a flip. Great.
But I just.
So is Stroman, by the way.
Yeah, but Stroman, come on. I mean, I just think he has his times. He could be a good pitcher. Do you remember the first game he ever pitched? He had a home run.
Who?
Mats. Or like he had like an RBI double or some shit like that.
I'm saying who they play.
Padres? I'm not 100% sure. This is like 3 or 4 years ago now.
Listen, this is the same guy we're talking about that no hitter going into the ninth.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the guy pitching that in the NLDS.
Yeah, but that's when he was good. Why is he so? Maybe new pitching coach or something. Maybe fix him.
Maybe he's getting laid too much now.
Is it girlfriend?
I don't know. He's a Major League Baseball player. He can probably get laid by anybody he wants.
She hot?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just saying, you could probably get laid.
I just instantly had that was my next question.
At
Instantly,
will.
I didn't even hear your answer to the first question. I instantly was is she hot?
Yeah, I mean, guy could probably get laid at will, and
I mean, probably.
like
when's his contract up though? He's got to start pitching well for a contract. Zach Wheeler did it. When's he gonna do that?
Yeah,
he's got to be up soon.
Well, I mean, the Mets will never have a fully solid team. We all know this. Is that even possible? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Fully solid team.
What are we setting the over-under at for games that this team is 100% fully healthy out of 162? How many games do they have a full team? No one's hurt in the rotation. No one's hurt. Like, they have all their guys available in the lineup and all their guys available.
In the bullpen, too?
Including opening day. So, like, if no one's hurt and you include opening day and you go whatever it is.
That's a tough question.
Because this team hasn't done it.
It's like 30%. It's like 30% of their games that might happen.
This team hasn't done it. And that's the problem every year. They can't get hot and they can't get into a flow of the season because a big name or a big important person gets hurt. And it happens every year.
I think it would be a quarter of their games that might happen. Which is, what, 20, no, 30.
40. No, 36.
30-something. 30-something. Around there.
Yeah.
Because they play 162. So it would be a quarter of their games.
40 and a half.
No. That would be. Yes, it was. My fault.
162 divided by 2.
I was thinking by 3. I don't know why. Yeah.
Honestly, okay, perfect number. So over under 40 and a half, I go under. I don't think it's going to be more.
No, I take under too. I think it's like around 30.
Yeah, because you already know in the first week someone's going to have a problem with their lat or a problem with their arm or something like that.
Well, from the jump, we're not going to be fully healthy because Jed Lowry hasn't played a game yet.
So I don't even count him as, if he doesn't play, then I don't count that. If he's off, then because I don't even count him as on the team. I haven't even seen him play a game in a uniform.
The guy wears 2 flaps on his helmet. What's that shit about? What is this, Little League?
Oh, so he's a third grader. Awesome.
Get it together, bro. Yeah. Looks like David Wright when he got that concussion. When he came back with that poofy ass helmet on.
But that was fair. He got drilled by Matt Cain. I'm upset now. I remember when Matt Cain did that. I wanted to fight him. I was young. I couldn't believe he did that.
Damn, remember when we saw David Wright's last game too? That shit was dope.
I thought the way they did that was weird though when we said that, when it happened.
That they did the speech at the end, right? Like, took him out of the game, and then, like, everybody was like, oh, David Wright's out, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Team's down 19-0, why should we stay?
Who did they play? Did they play the Marlins?
Yeah. Pretty sure they won the game.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Nah, we left because we only stayed for David Wright. That's all we cared about. I wasn't going to stay at that
Parking
game.
was absurd.
Yeah, no. That should have been a game we Ubered to. Now I Uber to every Met game. And
out of all the games we could have Ubered to or got
all the games I could have Ubered to, it should have been that one. Where we sat in front
of man.
But I mean, it sucks that we have the hardest division in the major leagues.
The Braves are loaded.
Phillies are loaded now.
Loaded.
Nationals are still a good team.
Still good pitching wise. Think about
Marlins will probably go 0-40 something in the division.
We're gonna play Scherzer, Strasburg, Corbin the first 3 games of the year.
It's sick.
What do you think we got?
2-1.
That's what I have.
Because DeGrom's winning.
DeGrom's winning at home his first start. That's a lock. Syndergaard
is a hit or miss.
Could win him and Strasburg. Strasburg could have like all that money in his head, and who knows, maybe he's getting laid too much with all that money he just made.
Definitely.
So.
And then Stroman could.
And then Stroman, I think, would probably. He could. Hey, listen, we could.
I think Stroman's got a pair of balls on him, dude.
Oh, dude, he's got bowling balls down there.
Yeah, I think I love him for that.
Yeah.
That's why when they were talking about flipping him, I was really upset. I did not want that to happen.
The energy that he's got the energy that he brought to the team last year was unbelievable. The push that we were trying to.
Good news is that Dominic Smith could get high all the time now, without looking like an idiot. Because everybody knew he was high anyway. You ever see that guy sit on the bench?
He doesn't even hide it.
He's just like.
You think he's on the roster to start?
Yeah. Yeah, he's your backup first baseman, double backup left fielder right now. Especially after that performance he put on. Where did they play? Arizona?
I guess he can rake righties.
Remember that walk-off?
Yeah.
When he
can't hit lefties.
When he just missed that fly ball?
Can't hit lefties. Oh, yeah. He sucks in the field, bro.
Dude, it was outrageous. I was watching that game. They played Arizona. And he just...
A team that was in front of us for a wild card spot as well.
Bro, and he just let the ball fall down somehow. Lost on a walk-up like that.
I remember that. Wasn't that training?
Yeah. I was at RJ's in Rockville Center watching the game. Crazy shit, dude. But if you have to go on a number of wins for the Mets this year, what are we talking? Out of 162.
Talk about this all the time. I talked about it with someone the other day. And I said, yo, like, realistically, like, what do you think the Mets are going to do this year, win-wise? Bro, this kid said to me 81 to 83.
It's way too low.
I said, excuse me?
Way too low.
I was like, he's like, what, lower? I was like, dude, stop talking before I rock you in the face.
Way too low.
And he's like, what? I go, if the New York Mets don't win 90 games this year, I don't want to watch them play baseball because that means they're playing bad. That's not good baseball for them.
If the bullpen could hold us some leads.
We blew what? How many games were blown last year? Regardless of win or loss, how many games were blown?
I think it was July when I looked at it, and they were already blown 21 saves. In July.
Remember that Dodgers game?
There's two more months left of the season.
The 8-5 Dodgers game,
and it was they had 21 blown saves with 2 months left of the season. And that was at the time where if you looked at it and you gave them at least half of those saves, they were in first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, actually, mathematically, like I did the math, they were in first place.
Like, yeah. And I'm sure Atlanta, I'm sure a couple of those blown saves were against Atlanta. So,
definitely.
So, we have an even bigger lead on them, too, so.
I mean, definitely, they always they play these teams well, which is the craziest part. The team hits, the pitchers pitch well, and then you get to the fucking bullpen. And that's it.
Seven in a game.
Legit, if they played Little League Baseball.
If we played Little League Baseball, we would win a World Series.
Yeah.
Jacob DeGrom could pitch over. If there was no bullpens, we would win every game.
We'd be the greatest Williamsport baseball team of all time.
We would win 2-0 every game, or 1-0 every game.
Yeah. Because he would just pitch.
We could have DeGrom throw 5, Syndergaard throw 6. Syndergaard starts the next day, and then just keep it in a cycle.
Yeah. Back and forth.
How do you lose?
You don't. I'm fine. I'm making a petition for that, too. James Dolan, or whatever his name is.
Selling team. Yeah, James Dolan.
Yeah. Get him.
He's a marker, too.
Yeah, I know. It's a highlighter. Yeah. School sucks, though. Yeah, the petition's going to read for James Dolan to sell the Knicks and
the Rangers.
For the Mets. Yeah, the Rangers. Knicks, Rangers, and make the baseball game 7 innings.
And how about we get Jeff Bezos to buy the Mets?
Yeah. Or what's his name?
Let's retweet that. Let's go. Let's get that going. Bezos to the Mets. Let's go. We'll get us Mookie next year. Let's go. Let's go.
I saw Dave Portnoy.
Where?
I think Phil retweeted it. Shout out Phil.
You know what up, Phil?
From Rival Fans Collide.
Yeah.
Their podcast. But
they're cute kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sergio, he's a cute kid.
Yeah.
Lou and Phil.
Phil retweeted it, and it was.
Lou and Phil, you're cute.
It was a video of Dave Portnoy just saying something, and Phil retweeted and was like, "Please buy the Mets."
I saw that. I did see that. He retweeted that this morning. I did see that. That was super. Please buy the Mets. Yeah.
Bro, I was crying.
No, because they were saying funny. The evaluation on Barstool obviously is booming.
Oh yeah. So
they were saying about the money he was making, and Phil retweets it. He's like, "Please buy the Mets." Like, please buy the Mets.
Bro, I need somebody. I need somebody to buy the Mets soon. That's not that their last name's not Wilpon.
Episode 1.
Yeah. coming to a close. Gonna have to close it out. It was a solid talk.
Yeah.
And like, subscribe. You give them your Twitter because you don't have Instagram.
Yeah, my Twitter's king_Rinfret. What's yours?
Yeah.
On the brain.
Yeah, on the brain is my Twitter for. I don't know why.
When did you make that?
I was like 7 probably. I was young. And Instagram is just my name, Angelo Alessandro. I'll put it in like a little thing on top. Like, subscribe.
Catch you next
And we'll
week.
see you next week.
Brother. Oh.